Alright, here's where we're at with this amp. With everything, you got this one damn screw, it won't come out. And I had this one here, I was luckily enough to break it. And then this material is stapled. See if I can put the light bulb on here. It's stapled. I'm going to see what I can do to clean this without having to tear this bitch all apart. But I put a little bit of oil on that. The wood's so punky that the damn things are screwing in the wood instead of coming off, and those bolts are pretty crusty. Got the case apart. Right there is where that one was being a bitch. Gonna take all this chrome off, Scotch-Brite it. It's fairly solid, except for the parts that I took off there. This little wooden gidgee here and that top piece. These blocks of wood here are doing what blocks of wood are supposed to do. Next case here, we're going to try and get this front panel off. I'm going to try to get this speaker off, and I don't want to bend the basket, and I don't want to get this son of a bitch any more waterlogged than it is. So, there's some of the hardware. There's the knobs. Still looking for that tube. I kind of took a break here because it's pissing me off. I know I've got that tube here somewhere, or one like it, or a substitute. Maybe there isn't. I got online, and I guess that's a special tube, and Heathkit used them, and a couple other little amps. And that preamp that I have over there, that's an ICO kit. It doesn't use them. But that thing works, so I ain't robbing Peter to pay Paul. But my next step here is to get these off. See if we can straighten that out a little bit. Get behind there. Do some cleaning. I'm going to test this speaker. I'll hook something up to it. I put that one bolt in there, nut, so this thing wouldn't flop around like a fish. Once I get the speaker out of there without screwing this whole front up, because there's only that one little hole smoocher right there, even though this thing went for a ride in the dumpster. Try to sand some of the rust off of these, but like I said, I don't have a tripod. Maybe while the oil's sitting, I'll take this thing here and we'll get some hardware off it and see if I can manage to scrub this thing without destroying it the rest of the way. Because it's still got pine cones and nuts from squirrel nests and all that good jazz. And I'll see if I can straighten up these little thin strips of Tolex. They're probably shrank up 6 foot too short. Yeah, that one's, well, right there's the other half of it. We'll see what we can do with that. I doubt it. I could just probably shine these up and no one will be the wiser. But yeah, that block here tore out. This one here ain't too bad. I might just take this whole thing apart. See if I can find something heavy to put on it. Go down in the garage and get some wood glue, because I went down and got these so I could get these bolts out. And the reason they wouldn't spin with my other little wrench is because they were just like everything else. That very last one couldn't be the first one. It's always gonna be that last one. I think it's a conspiracy. And I tried to get under here and hold this. I might have to grind that off or file this. I hope the hell not, because I don't want to get steel shavings in on this magnet. I doubt they'd get into the speaker, but You see the oil got into the speaker. And I just put a little drop right there, so that'll keep it. Make it move easier. I don't know what that is. I only put a drop of oil right the fuck there. Why is it everywhere else? I didn't even take this anywhere near the sink to get water on it. It's probably squirrel blow by. Jizz. And there's the one culprit right there. He was a royal. I'm glad he broke, because we might just forget about him. Still have yet to clean these knobs up. Got a little bit of that green corrosion on there, but I don't want to get too chooching away on these and take the chrome too far gone. I do have that silver tape, but that'll just look like shit. I could probably make new caps, but that's just entirely more work than what it's worth. But next step here, we're gonna get this off and see if we can straighten a couple dings out on it. It's not too bad, but I can get these off, put some of that gun lube down in these pots, because what they want for that contact cleaner deoxit stuff is just ridiculous. And then they put the most asshole nozzle on it that sprays everywhere but where you want it to spray. And this here was just an eyedropper, some gun oil, and that usually does the trick. So I'm going to cut off here. Hopefully I can get this off, show you that I got this part. And we'll test this thing. Actually, we can probably test her right now. Maybe we'll get some scratches out of it. Who knows? This half-ass electric meter thing here. Well, turn on. You gonna beep? Alright, let's see here. And come on. Why the hell? It's saying 14 ohms. It's could be these connectors here. Yeah, 10 ohms on an 8 ohm speaker. What's 0 on this thing? Yeah, I don't even know what the hell's going on here. One of these leads is messed up. Like I said, this thing's been through the ringer and back. Shorted out here. What do we got? Well, if that's saying 6 or 7 and we got 8 across this guy. I don't know. We got something. I think I have a battery laying here or something. We could hook up something to it here and make a little spark without blowing it up. I know there's a AA battery laying here somewhere. There has to be. Everything's never here when you need it. I'll find something here. But that's where we're going to cut it off. We'll get this apart. I'll get those faders or potentiometers cleaned up here. And next we'll get this case apart. And hopefully I can get that bolt out of there. That blind nut thing, whatever the hell they call them. It's grabbing absolutely nothing. So, alright, this thing's going to end here. I'll see you guys in the next one.